All right, when I was actually talking on mute. Ha, that's funny. All right, okay, so welcome everybody, either to a VOD or to the stream. I am going to be playing through the whole Final Fantasy VII Remake demo. That was shadow dropped last night, Sunday, March the 2nd. It was shadow dropped by Square Enix onto the PS4 store. Everybody was already. It was leaked Sunday itself, Sunday afternoon. The demo was coming out this week. I was expecting to come out tomorrow, not today. Not this soon, but hey, the more the merrier. I have already played through it, and I have already finished it. It's about 45 minutes, 1 hour of gameplay, and it's really good. I'll go more into my thoughts about the game, and I'll stop and analyze some stuff with you guys, just to keep it for the posterity. But the first thing that I gotta say is, first, let me just shut up for a moment and let you soak into the music. It is a well-known fact for people that know me that I am a huge nut for Final Fantasy music, and the Crystal theme is one of my all-time favorite songs. Actually, I get very emotional when I hear it. That theme, Final Fantasy and Terra's theme. And I'm gonna shut up for a moment. I'm gonna let you suck in the music a little bit, just so you can get your nostalgic muscles flexed a little bit. And just before we get started, and welcome everybody who's joining. All right, it's beautiful. It is a pretty standard rendition of the theme. It is not like that. And welcome everyone who's joining. It's not that. It's not a crazy rearrange. It is a very standard, very vanilla rearrange of the Crystal theme, but it's beautiful like always. That part that is just kicking in is just beautiful. Now, why am I making so? What I'm making so much fuss about the music. This is something that playing through this demo the first time actually really surprised me a lot. The game itself is what I was expecting and more. It's a little bit more. But honestly, the music was even a standout. And you'll understand. Probably I don't know if through this playthrough you'll be able to actually see what I'm talking about. But once you get your hands on the demo or on the full game, you'll understand a little bit more what I'm talking about. The music is not only on point, is perfect. It is perfect. It's probably the standout of the whole demo for me. And that's nuts because the game itself is just I don't know, not even in my wildest dreams I imagine it to be this good. And it's very surreal that we are actually at this point that we can actually now play it ourselves, even if it's just in demo form. But we're just a month away, actually, because of that happened on the beginning of the year. But today, actually, tomorrow would be the day the remake would have originally launched. So now we're just a month away from the launch. It's going to be a crazy month though. So we're gonna have enough good stuff, enough legendary stuff coming up in the next few weeks to hold up for Final Fantasy VII. And we're gonna have the next Half-Life game. I mean, like fuck, we're gonna have Half-Life, the next Half-Life game, and Final Fantasy VII Remake, two of the most of the unicorns, the holy grails of gaming, back to back coming up. And in between we're gonna have Doom Eternal. We're gonna have Resident Evil Remake 3 Remake, and Animal Crossing for all of you who like it. So it's gonna be a crazy couple of weeks. Anyways, we're gonna get started with this because you all came for the gameplay, not to hear me talk. So let's get this started. And I already played through it. I already got used to the combat. It's actually a little bit more difficult. And I'm gonna let you enjoy the intro because it's really, really badass too. And again, I want you to pay attention to the music. This is one of the most memorable, one of the most iconic intro sequences in gaming ever, and reimagine the way it is here. The remake is just it's another level. I mean, if you pay close attention to the music and the detail. You can see the level of detail that Square has put into everything.
Get down here, Merc.
And you can see it on every little detail of from the character designs, the background elements, and yeah, this is how the game is running cloud. This is how the game plays and how it looks. In my opinion, this looks just as good as Advent Children. The Final Fantasy VII movie for all those who did not watch it.
You're up.
But all the little details on character clothing, on
You're coming with us.
you'll see the effects of the enemies.
Don't think so. Not bad. Enough.
And the spectacle. I just also playing on a PS4 Pro. I do have HDR enabled. You are not able to see the HDR because it doesn't. Twitch doesn't have the doesn't have HDR support, but I don't have plus I don't have enough bandwidth to broadcast HDR Trust me when I'm telling you, the color looks really beautiful. The red lights, especially, somehow I am a kind of
Freeze! Move and we
break
shoot.
for red lights in HDR. Okay, yeah.
Enough of this.
Yeah, and look at that. Just look at the level of details. You can tell, and this is only, keep in mind that this is only, you can see like Cloud's materia on the Buster Sword. And you don't see it here in the demo because you don't get any more, you don't get more materia. But Square has said, and actually we've seen it on other gameplay videos and stuff, that the material that you equip to your characters will be visible on the weapons, which is a badass topic. Now, that for my friends who know what's up, that's pretty much a confirmation of that's a confirmation of Crisis Core lore. Big cat right there. That's a Crisis Core reference, that right there. And again, those are only details that
You got this.
a company that really care about their game does.
You're
Okay,
coming with
so
us.
you guard with the R1 button, but you can't evade with circle.
Try harder. Whatever. That's that. No holding back. It's over.
And let me tell you guys, the combat system is actually, this is the thing that I was the most concerned about.
Let's go.
Even more concerned than the just look at that. That's also like reminiscent from previous Final Fantasy properties and stuff. The bombs on the vending machines. Square really cares about this. For all the people who are concerned about this game, about the remake, keep in mind that this is Square's golden cow. So they would actually treat this with respect, and you notice that. And this, keep in mind, this is only the demo. I cannot even imagine how it will be on the full game. There is this demo has some lack of polish and some stuff. But those are things that I'm pretty sure will be fixed by the on the final release. For example, like how harsh the shadows look here. That's not a big deal, but like this is actually not a glitch. That's Cloud is supposed to look like this. His eyes are supposed to glow in the dark. But the camera gets stuck in places and it's a little finicky. Yeah, and you smash crates. Okay, but what I was saying is the combat system. The thing that I was the most concerned about, because even though I like,
So what's Soldier Boy's deal? Is he
I
one of
like
us now? He's
Kingdom
got
Hearts
balls,
a lot.
what was his name
I
again?
don't necessarily
Cloud.
consider
Cloud
Kingdom Hearts to
Strife.
be a
And he isn't a soldier.
high standard when it comes to
Still,
combat.
he's a
I actually find it very
professional, unlike
clunky
the
and
rest of
confused.
us. I'm glad to have him.
But the
This is a
way,
one-time gig.
and this is something you won't
it's
understand,
done,
guys, until
we're
you
done.
have your hands on the controller and actually play this. You will understand. The combat here is perfect. It is perfect. It is actually
Here you go.
it is better than I imagine. My concerns about the combat are just gone. Seriously, the combat feels closer. It feels like a mixture between. The closer that I can think of, it's a mixture between Devil May Cry and
Nobody
probably
do something this
Final
crazy
Fantasy
just for
15.
money. They may not think
Because
you're
you
a
do
true believer,
pause
but you know what I think?
Not
to
interested.
issue commands and stuff.
What?
You have to pause and select from a menu and stuff. But at the strategic level, you'll see once I get buried, you'll see that in action. The way you can like issue commands and then just micromanage the combat is is smooth, snappy, and
You better be
really
worth the
slick.
money, Merc. Every
And the
last
combat system
deal.
is just, it's perfect. It is perfect. It's fun. It's very fun. It's very snappy. It doesn't feel clunky. Even though the game doesn't run at 60 frames per second. Look at that scene, man. This is one iconic scene too. That could not happen on the PS1. That was a call out to the PS1 game, to the original game, but that could not happen in the PS1. That scene that we saw right there. But yeah, the combat is very good. I cannot stress enough how good it is. You'll understand when you get your hands on it. And the thing is, it actually uses parts of other games too. Because like this is what I'm talking. This is what I'm talking about. You slow down the combat here, to use your commands and stuff.
All right.
And then you can like switch modes. Like for example, Cloud has this. The triangle button lets you use the character's special ability. Look at those details, man. I love these little things. Like, they didn't really need to do this. They just did it because that makes the world more tangible, more believable. All right, so I'm digressing. The triangle button makes you use the character's special or unique ability, and on Cloud's case, he switches between operator mode and Punisher, and what that means is that he on operator mode is like your standard DPS mode, and Punisher, he's more tankish, and he has an auto counter effect. So whenever he's hit melee by an enemy, he just hits back. And the combos are more tougher, but he doesn't. His mobility just because of the rails.
Not so fast. We've got company.
You'll see that. I'm gonna show you that in a second. But also that they were really thoughtful on that, and I'll explain that in a moment. For example, right now I'm DPSing then now in Punisher mode, and as you see, I cannot actually guard, but I can take more damage, and my combos are stronger. Now, this is something that was really thoughtful on the Square's part. Check this out. This is the type of things that you can. I actually messed up. I want to hit the soldier because you can actually juggle them. And if you come with Devil May Cry mentality, you can actually do some cool stuff. Because you can actually like juggle them into the air, and you can like use commands and stuff to attack them while they are falling. And you can do some crazy shit, especially with Cloud. I love the way he plays. Barret is actually really interesting too, but I'll explain more about him in a second. Check this out. And honestly, I cannot stress enough how good the combat feels. And if you think the whole issuing commands and pausing the game to go through your commands is clunky, it is actually not. It takes just a couple takes a couple fights to get used to it, and it's actually very smooth, and it makes a lot of sense. And again, it is not. And I was really concerned about that, because don't get me wrong, I like Kingdom Hearts. I'm a huge fan of Kingdom Hearts, and I like the combat system of Kingdom Hearts. I mean, I think it's fun. I have some issues with it, especially how obtuse it is. But it's nothing like it. It is nothing like it. There is not a jump button for starters, and you don't have to juggle or juggle to different combat systems. The menus and the real-time combat. You have to care more about. You can just think about like
Ain't holding out on me,
your
are
combat flow. And even
Still
having more
scared to bite
characters,
the
I mean,
hand that
I have only
Or is he a loyal little doggy?
Have only
Have it your way,
in the
bud.
demo you only
We
get
can
to
do
play
this with you, or
with Cloud
we
and
can do
Barrett,
this without
so
you.
I don't know how difficult it gets. Can have
Different
more
reactor,
people,
different layout.
but it's
Depends on how built.
really intuitive
Never
the way
seen one like this.
you
But
can
I'll
play
manage.
with you can play with both characters. It is not complicated at all.
I'm watching you.
Yeah, Barrett is
In
the
3,
characters.
2. Damn, I'm good.
This is something that also I'm noticing the acting is
Wait!
just on another level too, man. The character expressions,
It's
for example,
over.
Cloud's eyes right
That's
there, and
my
his
line.
expressions are just spot on. And I like his personality here more than what they did on
We can take it.
on Advent Children. Okay, yeah,
got this.
that's exactly what I was explaining about Puncher, and I explained one little detail about that in a second. Okay, we got this.
That's that.
All right.
Was never in doubt.
His personality is closer to his personality on the original game, of course. Because in Advent Children and the compilation of Final Fantasy games, they made it more like this gloomy, silent, like emo kid.
Waiting for.
But
It's a good thing I know someone who can get us the passcodes.
but here he's more of
Maybe no one
a
else at command will talk to us, but
of a
what can you do?
dorky jerk kind of hero type
Then
of
we're
guy.
good.
And that's how he was in Final
Careful
Fantasy
there.
VII. He was a dork. He has actually some lines that are like, dude,
I got
he's
this
like a
close
kid
enough.
living his dream, like swinging a sword, living his dream. And I'm glad they kept that personality. There is one little detail I'm gonna point out later on. That is just like, dude, this is like spot on, man. This is the Cloud that I actually like. Also, the personality they
So, you
gave
know
to the other
Tifa,
characters.
right? It's not really
For
my
example,
business,
this girl,
but
she
are you guys close?
she keeps flirting with Cloud the whole mission. And like that, like he asked him about Tifa, and he's like,
Tifa and I.
well, this is complicated. And if you guys got the chance to see the previews that were posted today by by websites and stuff that went to Square Enix's headquarters to play the game. Some of them mentioned that it has like a relationship system built in, and you have some situations where you
These
have to
sewer
pick
rats
and choose
appear
between
to call
areas and
themselves
Tifa,
Avalanche, sir.
and I do like that too.
We are currently investigating whether they belong to the same group that made the attempt on your life. Rest assured, our inquiries will not take much longer.
And this is one other thing that is very important to point out,
This
and
false
also
sole purpose is to drain the planet dry.
to
While you
validate.
sleep,
I'm
while
not gonna
you
let
eat,
you
while
hear
you sit,
Barrett's
it's here sucking up Mako.
monologue.
It
This is
doesn't
funny.
rest, and it doesn't care. You do realize what Mako is, don't you? Mako is the lifeblood of our world. The planet bleeds green like you and me bleed red. The hell you think's gonna happen when it's all gone, huh? Answer me! You gonna stand there and pretend you can't hear the planet crying out in pain? I know you can!
You really hear that?
Damn straight I do!
Get help.
Say that again!
I'd worry less about the planet and more about the next 5 seconds. Save the screaming for later.
Okay, so I was saying before Barrett interrupted us with his speech, which is that scene is very funny, man. The lip syncing. That's something that's my
lives
biggest
on the line now.
gripe with Final Fantasy X. Although I give him a cut because
You listening, Merc? One false move.
It was the first game they made with voice acting, of course.
That happens.
But
So much for having Cloud do all the fighting.
the lip syncing in English
There's some places a sword just can't reach.
does impact the
Just bear with him for me, would you?
it does impact
Should've
the
asked for
overall
more money.
experience. Some people will say not, but honestly, I just played the game again like 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago, a month ago. Just finished it, and I did notice some. My enjoyment of the game was
Throw your sword at him. Let the man with the gun go to work.
impacted by the lip syncing, which again I couldn't slack because it was the first game they did like that, and back in the day that was very mind blowing. But the thing is, they actually lip sync into the English voice acting, and it looks phenomenal. It makes the whole difference. It can make or break the whole presentation. So I'm glad that Square Enix took again the steps necessary to make that happen. And now, right now I'm okay. Now I'm going to because this is gonna be cool. Check this out. You switch characters on the fly by pressing, but like you can do this, and this is something that I really like. Right now in tactical mode, I can issue commands to each one of my characters. For example, I'm gonna let Barret heal Cloud, and I can keep Cloud attacking. Well, I have, for example, in this case, Barret in a supporting role, and I can keep doing that, and I can just keep DPSing with Cloud, and that makes me it's going to be more evident on the boss fight that we're gonna encounter a little bit on, but it makes me think of a lot of the cool possibilities that you can do with party building. Because the way the combat system works, it'll lend itself for some crazy bullshit that you can do. Some crazy fun shit that you can really do.
But I'm guessing you've done this kind of thing before.
Yeah. Figure out the timing of the lasers. Then, make a move when they cycle off.
Exactly. I'll go first. Nothing like a little danger to get the blood pumping.
Hey!
Just keep those baby blues of yours on me.
Yeah, she keeps flirting with Cloud the whole mission. This is probably like the weakest part of the demo, but it's just like 15 seconds, so it doesn't really matter that much. Oh shit!
Not too shabby.
Oh yeah, you can sprint with R1, R2, and or L3.
And it's more of the same. Come on then. Pretty easy, right?
Okay. You don't carry the save file, so I'm pretty sure nothing that you do on the demo will carry over. Yeah, okay, I just fucked up again. I'm sorry. I'm just getting desperate. This is real. This is actually way much easier than I made it look. I was just impatient. But trust me, this is way easy.
Keep your cool.
Okay, I'm just embarrassing myself.
Nice job, Cloud.
I'm just embarrassing myself. Sorry, guys.
Phew.
That you had to see that, but trust me, it was just stage fright.
Almost at our objective.
But it is way easier than it looks. Way easier than I made it look. Okay, this fight is actually since it's a tankier enemy, a beefier enemy, I can show you a little bit more of how tactics work. But first, let me collect this. Also, the song here, the reactor song, the reactor theme is one of my favorite themes on this game, and again, they made a badass.
We die.
Is that right?
We need to hit it with magic.
We can do this, for example.
That should give us an opening.
I can just switch it to Barret. and just have Cloud keep the pressure on him. Or like build ATB, and then I can just do this spell, fire, and then I can spell Thunder. And then we stagger him, or pressure him, that's how they call it. Stagger is the next stage after this. We're gonna do Braver with this guy, and then we're going to do another Thunder. The next stage after pressure, it goes into...
We knock it down again. No time to complain.
Into stagger, which we're gonna achieve in a second, any second now.
Whatever.
I'm just gonna switch to Cloud for a moment so I can build ATV. There you go, now we went to stagger. And this is exactly the same thing as in Final Fantasy 13. It works exact same. Once they are staggered, you can just go ham them and just use your most powerful attacks. In this case, look at the details. Look at how that freaking beautiful works, man. He's dead now, so I couldn't use Braver or his new attack, Focus Thrust.
First. Soldier first class. Doesn't go into the 20s.
The hell you talking about? I mean your age, not your goddamn rank. Though for all I know, a soldier's rank could be the same as his age. Mm-hmm. Guess that make you a 1-year-old, huh? Live and learn.
I love the barter between them. You'll notice that all throughout the mission they keep bartering with them among themselves. Also, during fights, they keep bartering. They keep like saying things to each other, like throwing shade and flexing and stuff, and that's really
target,
fun.
the reactor core.
Because that does a lot to
at the
build
bottom.
character and to build
Let's get down there.
the different playable characters.
I can practically taste the Mako.
And with this graphical fidelity, if you notice, there is not a single frame drop. I have not had any problems with performance. The only thing, especially playing with Barrett, that's what is more evident. The camera gets kind of funky when Barrett is active. But again, that's one thing of the demo. So most likely on the full game we won't have that shit. It will be polished. Well, look at this. I love this type of details, man.
Think you can stop me?
We gotta take care of that.
See ya! Get your ass out of here! You think if we fell in, we'd sink right
And
into the
I
water?
cannot state strongly enough how fun it is to play it.
That's that.
The combat system on the here on the demo, I only have like limited options. Oh yeah, for example, yeah, I can do that. Auto jump and aerial raven stuff. And everything is done on real time. I have very limited options because I don't have. Okay, let me tell you that before I go there, because we're gonna go into the boss fight. That's going to take forever. But I can imagine once you have more characters and more abilities and stuff unlocked, the combat will open up to even crazier, some crazy combinations and crazier options.
Let's do this!
But as it is right now, like this base and vanilla, it is very, very fun. Look at the details of Cloud and his face, like the little subtle animations and stuff. And again, the music, man, you're so keen on music. all the Mako. Like this looks really badass. We're gonna get into a very crazy fight right now. It's the boss of this demo, which is crazy. It is crazy, in fact.
All right, let's see if little Stamp really can bite the hand that feeds.
It actually it actually takes about like it will take
Do
like
the honors.
about 20
Prove to
minutes
me you're the
finish.
man Tifa says you are. That you're one of us.
Never said I was. I'm just here for the paycheck.
Then do the damn job.
Yeah, there's a little premonition there.
What's wrong?
I'm fine. What about the timer?
Your call, Merc.
Alright, I already tried 30 minutes.
Pretty cocky, ain't you?
30 minutes is way too much. It is way plenty. The thing is, and this is one thing, they actually
You double-crossing!
squared it to balance the gameplay, because on the original game, if I'm not mistaken, you have to do this battle with the timer on. Here, the timer doesn't kick in until you fight.
I've reinforced armor plating, but the
And
internals
it's
can be
actually a tough
overloaded.
fight.
Lightning
Let's see if I
magic.
can do it
No
better
other
now.
option, huh?
Since I already did that with this fight. It is tough actually. But like we can keep like with Barret, we'll keep doing the most damage because we have Thunder with him.
Barely scratched the damn thing.
And as Carl just mentioned, the best way
Full of shit.
to damage
Make
it
whatever you want. Just do it.
is by using magic. We can keep Cloud just building ATB and just like keep the pressure of us. We can just do. Oh yeah, heated bound. This is a new. Let's explain it there. Some of your characters
Got
actually
anything
get
you wanna say? Ask for help.
taken or bound by the enemies, and you have to like
Why
change
you gotta pick on me?
and use your yeah, this is when it starts to get a little crazy at this point onward. He's aiming at me now, so this is what I'm going to do. Oh, I actually messed up.
Gotta win this one for the flag. You're up.
Hang back.
Okay, he's not aiming Cloud now, so. And now he's gonna change the strategies, and it's going to get a little bit more
What
difficult.
the hell is that?
Although if you know what to do,
Never seen this
it's
defense system
manageable.
before.
Thought
What you
were
do
the
is you gotta go
expert.
down here and you gotta hit him
Your
on the
brilliant
ass.
plan, genius.
So here, this is how I did it at least. I just, oh wait, well actually I did it here. So as I mentioned, I'm using now Cloud for DPS.
Come on, then. It's my time to shine.
And Barret for support,
You got
because what I need to is I need to get him from behind. But it does this AoE. This is actually the most difficult, the most complicated part, because it gets really tough to get him on staggered, because I need to get him on staggered
It's
to
on you.
remove the barrier.
If we don't change it up soon, this thing's gonna kill us both.
Less talking, more shooting.
How about less lift from you?
Bring it.
I'm sorry guys, I'm just...
Want some more? Give 'em
Oh, there you go,
hell.
we're gonna get him staggered.
Keep it together.
It's my turn.
The only thing that I mentioned is needs a little bit of work, at least the demo. And again, I'm pretty sure the full game will have this fixed. Is the camera working? I've never been able to actually get away from it. Here we go, cloud, and we're gonna have a cast.
Damn pain in the ass!
Taking over. Another barrier?
It's going to be like this for a while.
Deal with that.
Okay, and
Bring it home!
Hang back.
you don't want to aim on the body. You want to aim on the on that circle.
Focus and find a way.
Suck on this!
Okay.
Counting on you!
Get ready.
And then I just cast, and I keep pressuring. I can keep pressuring and attack him while I'm healing with Barret. And I can imagine it's gonna get even easier and much more, probably not complicated, but
Do this all by myself?
more interesting once we get more classes. Like once we get Tifa and Aerith. For example, I can keep Barret or Cloud. I can keep him as the tanks. I can have Tifa as the DPS and
Take the lead.
or Barret that support and stuff like that. I'm starting to imagine like a crazy combination you can actually make.
You ain't stopping us!
I use potions instead. So I use those. No, oh snap! I messed up. That actually is supposed to give me a
Taking over.
super armor,
Focus.
but I think it
Find
doesn't
a
work
way.
with the enemy. And I can do this, and actually we can make him cast potion on Cloud.
Heal up and regroup.
And again, you see that I'm pausing the action, but it actually doesn't break the flow of the combat. It is just perfect. The way they do it is just perfect.
It's on
Okay,
you.
so since he is now targeting Cloud, we want to use Barret instead.
Damn pain in the ass! Bang bang!
Here
Watch the tail. You don't want to be hit by that laser.
it is.
What do we do?
Don't get hit.
They add
Take
that
cover behind that debris.
that mechanic, and I can actually, on the meantime, I can use the downtime to heal myself. And prepare for the next direct attack. This time I can actually just go ham. Although it's gonna get difficult because it's gonna do a lot of those area of effect attacks. Okay, so now we got our limit break. That, but first I
Need to do something about these wounds.
need to kill Cloud. Damn, this is how the limit break looks like. Yeah. I don't know if the Omni Lash will be available here, but I can imagine how cool it look like. Well, at least not. And I'm actually messing a little bit because I'm not actually using my abilities. I should be using this one. Because that's what it does. That's what does the most damage.
Heads up! Tail laser!
Okay, now that we got the laser again, we want to recover ourselves and heal. Even if I used
Strike now, before it fires again.
if I used magic and stuff, or hidden what is charging, I cannot. Oh snap! And well, this is one thing that is actually different between Devil May Cry that I mentioned a moment ago. Even I think Kingdom Hearts, or at least most of the Kingdom Hearts games. And this is once you hit the bug, you can
Take cover.
There's really no other option.
So what that means is, for example, if I hit attack, I'm not gonna. The only way I'm gonna be taken off my attack animation is by an enemy head. I cannot roll away or guard myself. So you have to be very careful if you want to defend. Although, not like that, for example. That's why I keep getting hit. So that's something I need to start getting used to. Because
Come on. Military grade armor and a reactor? Calling fire. It's readying that laser. Don't try to run for it.
You need the Merc.
well, look at all the light effects and stuff.
Now, go. Let's
Okay.
finish this.
Start to go have. Actually, yeah, actually I have limit break. Oh no, I don't have limit break yet. I'm about to get limit break with Cloud. Okay, this is the very last phase. It is not that hard. The last phase.
Oh, hey, what's it doing now?
An auto repair unit. Damn it. We gotta take it out quick or we're screwed.
But this time,
Way
I'm
ahead of
actually
you,
going
Merc.
to-
When I get my chance, I'm gonna blow this bastard the hell up. And that's the problem. Give him hell.
I got you.
Because this
Good as flesh.
I gotta kill. I actually. Yeah, we gotta kill. Actually, it actually took me way less time this time than I did last time. Sometimes.
Shit, the bomb.
20 minutes until detonation.
Alright, so now we got the bump run right there. Yeah, that's how dangerous Marcos feels to sword. The scorpion.
Huh, you hear that? Damn thing showed you how it's done.
Come on, we've gotta move.
Yeah, Virgin keeps me raising.
Where should be covering our way out? Go, go, go!
So we gotta do the bump run now. They actually kept the character design. Because people was concerned, and I kind of see it
Tough, but doable.
when with Cyber Connect 2.
No escape.
They actually change a little bit the character designs. So some people were
Was never
concerned.
in doubt.
But now they get dark spot. Both, even Barrett. Barrett looks. He has the most changes to his character design, but I think it's just. It looks the best. Alright, we're gonna see.
You okay?
Do I look okay? Help a girl out, would you?
Oh, it's not that. There's this
My
little
hero.
scene that has this little
Hey,
touch.
we'll link up over there. Look after Jesse.
That made me geeked out a lot.
Come this way. This route should lead us straight to Barrett. Probably.
Very special. I think it was shown actually.
I think I see an exit. Come on.
On the trees. Yeah, there is just a little detail on that scene, and I see that made it most next level. I'll tell you what's.
Don't look back. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Yes, it's just the most patient person. Gloves keeps me rating too. Right now he's not.
We're running out of time.
He'll be like, oh,
Shut up and climb. You're not helping.
Sorry, it keeps me focused. I'll freak out if I don't talk.
Have it your way.
And I do like the voice acting a lot. The voice actors they pick are spot on. Some people are very apprehensive to the voice actors for adult children, but in my case, I rarely, if ever, watch the movie in
I've got you
English,
covered.
so I really don't care
Find
about
us the way out of here.
But then,
I normally watch it on
Don't worry, I'll be fine. I've got Soldier Boy with me.
and
X, Soldier Boy.
They're here. Take them down. We don't have time for this shit. The clock's ticking.
Cooling.
oh yeah, and they
5
keep swearing
seconds is all
here.
we need.
It is not your kid-friendly Final Fantasy VII game. They keep swearing. And not only Barrett, because Barrett swore on Final Fantasy VII. But even Cloud was just...
Gotta get the hell out of here ASAP.
Yeah, sure.
Take the lead.
Oh man. Oh, I forgot. I did mention that.
This is gonna stand.
Something. This is a little detail in combat that keeps it down. When you switch, and it was deliberate because it is on the. They mentioned it on the tutorial, but I noticed it before. Tutorial code. When you are on Punisher mode, if you roll, because you cannot repel or you cannot defend against ranged attacks. The downside of Punisher mode. Which enemies are gonna turn into cheese, Swiss cheese. If you roll to evade them, you get back into operator mode automatically. Why I say that keeps it balanced is because it keeps the flow of the combat without pressing unnecessary buttons. Makes the combat more efficient.
Keep it together.
And yeah, the special abilities are kind of overpowered, but they're overpowered, but they have fair balances. For example, Barrett has a long time cooldown. That you can mash triangles to mitigate the cooldown. I don't know what the girls do. Oh, this guy's in action. You see they can dodge it. That right there is pure RNG. So it is not just mindless hack and slash.
Get ready.
That's what I'm talking about. That's how that's the sweetness of
it. Nothing to it.
Those guys are made for punching. Yeah, I mean, again, I'm
don't screw this up.
You talking to yourself again?
Whatever.
Give him hell.
My turn.
See, like for example, something that I just noticed, and it makes sense because it goes with what I'm saying.
Take care of
what I was saying about about how they
you're done.
How everything bounces out. Okay, I hear a weird noise, but I don't know if it's me or it's the game.
You're mine. Deal with that.
All right, watch and learn.
Okay, somebody's drilling. I don't know who it is. Oh, hold on. Hold on a second. It seems that my neighbor decided to drill on my wall side. For some reason.
That's thunder I hear.
And he just broke my floor.
Time for a serious ass whooping. Ain't no thing.
That was easy.
Sure.
And as you can see, if you're not careful, you can actually get messed up. It's not that easy. Besides, regardless of what Cloud says, it is not hard though. It's not like impossible, like Dark Souls situation. But it is not this game. It is challenging. It can be challenging, and this is it actually. As far as the demo goes over there.
Sir. Come on!
Okay, my fucking neighbor is going to be
Can you walk?
this guy I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk
If I
about.
couldn't, believe me, you'd be the first to know.
I'll take that as a yes.
He's right here. This is as far as they have. Get him. Check this.
Cloud! Okay, that was pretty cool.
That
All
right
right, come
there.
on.
That part right there is my favorite part of the whole demo. That right there. Just like the whole how Cloud he's just like showing up and stuff, and like the Jesse be like, oh man, that's cool, and then Cloud just smirking. That's my favorite part of the whole demo, because that does a lot more to build Cloud's character than anything they could have done. That tells you a lot about his personality and about the person that he is, and he's actually matches the original character, because he does a lot of that stuff on Final Fantasy VII OG, and you can go back and replay it and just pay attention to his dialogue and stuff, some scenes and stuff, like the way he talks and stuff, and that's he's a huge geek, man. He geeks out and he gets really excited about being cool and stuff. But yeah, this is the entire demo. Available on PS4 right now, for free, of course. You don't need to pre-purchase the game. You don't need to do anything. You can just go ahead and buy it. And guys, I'm telling you, to all of you Final Fantasy fans like me, this is pissing me off now. Okay, I'm telling you, this is what you were expecting and even more. I think this, at least the demo itself, is just validating my expectations, and I'm even more excited right now. I'm even more excited about the final game. I already have my special edition pre-purchase through Square arriving. Probably won't arrive in time. Probably even get earlier. Who knows? But we're just 1 month away. Just 1 month away. Short month away. We have a lot of stuff to keep us occupied in the meantime, though. And yeah, go ahead and the demo itself is about 7 gigs, so it's not that much. You can just make a little space if you don't have enough on your PS4 and go for it. It's totally free. You don't need to pre-purchase. You can take it to the pre-purchase page, but honestly, you don't need to. It's completely free, and it's so far of the 2020 games released so far, of the new stuff that have been released 2020 so far. This is the best gaming experience that has been released. That is not Yakuza, but Yakuza is kind of unfair because Yakuza is a trilogy of games and they're remastered. Same goes with Bayonetta and Backwards. They don't. It's not fair to put them on this competition. But of new media released so far, this is the best. This is the best piece of video game media so far, and it's only the freaking demo. I'm telling you guys, even to all of you who are not Final Fantasy fans, this is going to probably not gonna make you fan, because it plays unlike any other Final Fantasy game. But I'll recommend you go and play it. Just play them. If you are not convinced by it, by all means. But yeah, Square is putting a lot of love and care into this game. It is very evident. It is very evident at the demo. Everything that has been released so far points at it, and yeah, I'm very excited. 77 are my year, and yeah, we're just 1 month away for coming for his cameo portion of the stream. But anyways, I'll see you guys there's a couple of things that I wanted to show you, some couple of cool things that I wanted to show you on stream. One vital piece of equipment necessary for something cool that I wanted to show you. But probably this Friday I'm going to set up a cool stream. If not, there's another thing that I wanted to show you guys. The first thing that I mentioned is a complete surprise, so I don't want to ruin it. But the other thing that I want to show you is this game that has been making the rounds the past few days. It's called World of Horror. It is a badass horror game that it's right now in early access, but it has already enough content to warrant a full back with a chill stream. And happy Final Fantasy demo day. Go download it, go play it, love it. So excited about this game. I cannot believe it's already here. I cannot believe we're already playing it, and I cannot believe we are on the last stretch. And I cannot believe that's another thing, that please go and watch the gameplay videos of Alex, Half-Life Alex. That's another piece of media that another video game that we never thought we were gonna get, and it's just 21 days away. And I might stream that too, because I know many of you don't have the hardware to play it, so I already have it on my Steam library, so I'm just counting the days. And alright, I'm gonna get back to play some more Yakuza on my own, and see you guys on Saturday, and see you guys on the weekend on the chill stream. And remember, like always, boots on the ground. Bye.